All right, accounting and bookkeeping. How do you define a... All right, next thing, accountant and bookkeeping. Now, this is really, really important. Okay, it's all really, really important. No part's more important than the others, okay? Bookkeeping and accountant is very, very important, okay? Maybe you've never ran a business before. Maybe you've only used H&R Block or TurboTax to do your taxes in the past. Well, guys, you're getting ready to run a business, okay? And following this program, you're gonna make lots of money, right? Less work, less stress, more money, right? So you're gonna have money coming in. It's vitally important that you get a good accountant. Now, just like I'm gonna beat this dead horse, okay? I'm gonna beat it. Do interviews with accountants. Now, there's a few different avenues that you can go down. We're gonna talk about each one when it comes to an accountant and bookkeeping. And then you gotta kind of figure out which one is the best for your business. Now, whether you're planning on doing your bookkeeping in-house, again, we'll talk about this in a minute, or you're hiring someone to do your bookkeeping, you have to find a CPA. You have to find an actual accountant. Now, H&R Block can't do your taxes. TurboTax can't do your taxes. You have to find a real accountant. And so there's a few ways of finding accountants. LinkedIn's a great way to find one if you're one. I'm sure if you started a LinkedIn account and you put that you own a business, you got 1 million people blowing up your inbox saying they can be a CPA. But you might want to try to interview a few of these. Some of them are really good, but a lot of them are just trying to bring on extra clients. You're not getting a personal feel. But it's kind of like with a bank. So you can use an accountant that's got a lot of clients, or you can use a smaller accountant that doesn't have as many clients and is probably local. Right now, we're using an accountant that is in North Carolina, and we're in Alabama. So everything we do, we've never met him in person, never sat down with him. Our bookkeeper, we've never met her in person. Everything's been done over the phone or virtual, and we've had success with that. This accountant in particular has done a lot of work doing exactly what we do, and it was recommended by a buddy of ours. So don't be afraid to ask if you've got friends in the industry and they're using someone and they've done a really good job. Don't be afraid just to use the same person if they can bring on more clients. So the way I recommend finding an accountant is, again, you can get on LinkedIn, you can do a Google search in your local area, talk to other roofing contractors or people in construction that use accountants, or just ask some family, friends, and stuff like that if they know of anyone, just local business owners, whether they're in construction or not. But it's important that your accountant knows a little bit about construction. They don't have to be a roofing contractor or not a bunch of roofing contractors per se, but if they do know about construction or different trades, they'll be able to help you out right away. So you want to use an actual CPA for your accounting. And whew, guys, I promise this accounting gets a lot more complex. The more money you start bringing in, the more different jobs. It's just something you can't do on your own, and you sure as hell aren't going to do this on TurboTax or H&R Block at the end of the year. Okay, so your CPA is going to get you out of a lot of hot water. Another thing that CPA does is it's going to help you with tax strategy. So with tax strategy, if you don't have a CPA that you've used in the past, not only are they going to file your business returns, the CPA is also going to file your personal returns. And guys, having an actual CPA is going to help you so much as you start making more money on being able to take advantage of different tax situations. What they're going to be able to do is give you some advice on where you need to spend money, where you don't need to spend money. Is this tax code? Can you do this? Can you do that? We talk to our accountant multiple times per month because there's always things that come up that we've got questions about. And having a CPA that you can reach out to is a huge, it's just a huge part of your business. And you can change CPAs. It's a pain in the ass. Kind of the history of our business is we started off with the company, we moved to someone else, a little bit larger CPA company. Now we're with the company we have now. So we've had 3 different CPAs in 5 years, but now we think we got it right. You know, it took us a little bit figuring it out. Again, the reason I bring up interviewing other people is I think if we would have interviewed more CPAs about exactly what we wanted and the things that we were trying to do with our business, we probably would have found what we were looking for a little bit faster. So I'm going to beat the dead horse again. Interview multiple people about what you're trying to do. Okay, so your relationship with your CPA is going to be something that you're going to find out is going to be such a vital issue. And they're also probably going to help you a little bit with what's called bookkeeping. Now, bookkeeping can be done yourself if you want to do it. Now, most people use QuickBooks online. That's what we use. I don't necessarily recommend you guys using QuickBooks Contractors Edition. I don't want to get in the meat and potatoes of it because it's going to make this video really, really long. But Contractors Edition is really expensive. And unless you hire an in-house bookkeeper, which again, I don't recommend you doing right now, it's just going to be, just use QuickBooks Online if you like QuickBooks. Talk to your CPA, talk to a bookkeeper, find out if it makes sense for you guys to do bookkeeping in-house or through your CPA and have a bookkeeper that they're using. But QuickBooks Online is pretty good. That's what we use. I think we pay like $75 a month for our QuickBooks Online account. And basically, there's tons of YouTube videos on how to do your own bookkeeping on QuickBooks. Unless you're doing, millions of dollars of volume your very first year, you most likely do your own bookkeeping. I got a buddy of mine who's a roofer out of Denver. I talk about in some of the other videos. Him and his partner still do their own bookkeeping. They've been in business 4 years. I mean, they don't do that many transactions per month in the big scheme of things, so they still do their own bookkeeping. Right now, we spend $500 per month on our bookkeeping, which is a crazy amount of number. And so we're actually in the process of doing that in-house. And so we're planning on saving quite a bit of money on what we're paying our in-house staff to do. So we're actually going to save some money there. We've been paying for bookkeeping through our CPA, but we're about to change that now. So, at the end of the day, your CPA is a certified public accountant. It's going to help you with your taxes, tax strategy, get your books together, help you pay your taxes at the end of the year. And bookkeeping is basically it's reconciling your ledger and putting everything in where it's supposed to go, so that when you do things like your balance sheet, your profit and loss statement, payroll, all that stuff is going to be in your QuickBooks, and they're going to help do that. And you can learn how to do that yourself, or you can pay somebody else to do it for you.